Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakil. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? And yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows, and surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever. Amen. Assalamu alaikum. It's Tuesday. Welcome to Johnny's Bite. We are in the month of Ramadan, and we are still undergoing Lent. Christians are fasting, Muslims are fasting. I want to plead with both groupings to spend time to pray for Ghana. Spend time to pray for Ghana, because the intervention of God is needed. This is when we have to actually actualize the what was said by the president, that the battle indeed is the Lord's. Where we have reached, it's gone beyond human intervention. The battle is the Lord's. And so I urge my Muslim brothers and sisters, my Christian brothers and sisters who are in Lent, to pray for Ghana. And I'm saying this because the first issue I want to talk about is the fact that when I was a child, we used to have facility tour, educational trips to places of interest, to state institutions. I remember so well, just like yesterday. And a senior citizen of this republic sent this through one of my colleagues, and the person was worried. Because even here at TV3, at Media General, we have children come in and go all the time. They come and say, we want to introduce our children to broadcasting. We want them to, and people come, schools and institutions, and we allow them entry. And yesterday I learned with shock that children, put them there. You see the children there? Some of them could be pilots. Some of them could be aviation workers. They could be whatever. They were charged 25 cedis each to have a facility tour at the airport. Their teachers were charged 30 cedis each, I'm told, to have a facility tour at the airport. The problem, I would not have had a problem if they went to the Nkrumah Mausoleum or Memorial Park and they paid money, because recently my son and his school, they went on a tour there at the Nkrumah Memorial Park. They paid money. I didn't have a problem because that is a tourist site. It's supposed to rake in revenue. But the airport, can you imagine children going for military open day at Bema camp and having to pay money for the same purpose? Can you imagine? And this is what we're doing to young people in this country. Yesterday, I played a video for you of NAPCO. Look for that NAPCO video. My good friend Dennis Abuaje. And when the issues tense out, they send young people to come and insult young people. Ghana Airport Company. This children paying 25 cedis, teachers paying 30 cedis, and not even the proverbial African offer of water. Put the picture up there. Let them see it. How shameful we have become. Not even the proverbial welcome of water was given to the children and their teachers. Were they given a receipt for that? Where's the money going? Who is collecting it at Ghana Airport Company? A Christmas tree buying company. This is so shameful. And if there are any other state institutions that are doing same, you must desist from it, because it is evil. That's why I'm asking the Muslims and the Christians to pray for you. It is evil. Children going on a facility tour. Even those of us in the private sector who are suffering, who need more money, who don't collect people's taxes, we don't charge the children for taking a tour of our facility. We have time for them. Dedicated staff who do that. You are running state institutions funded by our taxes from their parents, and you are taking money from them. How low have we sunk? How shameful can we be? You should be ashamed. Whoever is directing that money should be taken from these children. Shame on you. A big shame on you this morning. Shame on you. Look, I spoke about the NAPCO thing yesterday by popular. Play that video again. Play it.
Please, it is honesty. It is insincerity for anybody to even try to compare where we are now to where we found ourselves in 2016 and say that it was better than now. We have made.
Are you saying we are better now?
Yes.
Than we were
comparatively? And those are the things.
Let's go to the
Alaji, allow him.
Let's go to the fuel station.
Alaji, allow him, please.
Sorry, please.
Allow him, please.
Thank you.
So you are saying that we are in a better place now than we were in 2016?
Every single thing that affects a Ghanaian, me, and a young person at home, we are better off, including even the unemployed. And let me come to the famous NAPCO guys. Even the NAPCO guy today, who is owed by government for 4 months, is better off than it was in 2016 because in 2016, this morning, he was home sleeping and wondering who even owes him to go and chase the person after.
NAPCO beneficiary.
Yes, because today, at least the NAPCO beneficiary is on a certain list. The government is owing him for 4 months. When I have someone owing me, I am better off than being in so much poverty that I haven't even had anything to do with for the person to owe me.
Have you seen the letter that the
please,
agency?
No, I beg you. Sorry, it's just a point. I don't want to digress.
I asked you a question too. Have you seen the letter that the meteorological agency wrote? They say those NAPCO beneficiaries who are not coming to work, if opportunities come, they will not be considered. The guys are also saying we don't have money to transport ourselves to and from work. And you say they're in a better place.
Johnnie, I will not digress. My point I am making on NAPCO is that in 2016, if I am a young Ghanaian that has graduated, had no job, I was part of an association of unemployed graduates.
Right.
Between 2017 and now, I have been working and being given some stipend, albeit it's small. And as it stands now, I have worked and government owes me 4 months. Anybody watching me that is fair-minded and objective would know that as it stands now, I have government owing me about 2,800 Ghana cedis, which means that I am far better off compared to 2016 that by this time, I have not even been able to hold a cutlass for someone to owe me 30 cedis, for me to even have a premise to go after.
Johnny's Vice.
So, you see, the NAPCO beneficiaries, then these days we don't even talk about them anymore. Government doesn't talk about NAPCO beneficiaries. I'm talking about young people today. Government doesn't talk about NAPCO beneficiaries. In fact, in the past, it used to be an achievement of government that was touted and rubbed in our faces. Today, we don't even talk about NAPCO beneficiaries anymore. We don't mention it as an achievement because it has become an embarrassment. Operation Clean Your Frontage, Operation Your Lungu, whatever it is, all of those have become an embarrassment. And when they want to further insult you, young people like my good friend Dennis Miracle Abuaji, who is leading the campaign communications for Dr. Bawumia, is the one who is sent. And you heard what he said. He said that you should count it as joy if you are even owed. This was in 2022. So 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 6 years into the government, we're still doing dirty comparison with a system that the people of Ghana kicked against and voted up to 1 million votes apart. We're still doing that comparison. And that government, that party, NDC, lost again in 2020. We're still comparing. We're still comparing. That's how young people are being disrespected in this country, and we are expected to normalize it. Listen to Winifred Intumi, our first medalist. She won a gold and 2 silver at the ongoing Africa Games. Listen to Intumi. I spoke with her yesterday. I spoke with her yesterday here on this platform. Intumi mentioned that she wears size 38. She was giving a size 40 boot to wear. Size 38. She was giving size 42 to wear. Another athlete says he wears size 45 or 47. And he was giving a size 36 to wear. And they said that they had the equipment and their bats, whatever it is, a day before the major competition. Young people. Today, if you speak with the athletes, they will tell you that they prefer to be part of the university games than the national team because the university games, in terms of transportation, in terms of their feeding, accommodation, the universities take very good care of them. Both the traditional universities and the technical universities, they take very good care. Ask any artist, athlete, ask them. They'll tell you. Host nation. And then when you say, they say, oh, talk about the positives. If there were positives, we'll be talking about the negatives. What is the positive? The positive is that Abeku won a medal and Winifred won 2 medals. Finished. The rest of the story, light is gone off. Players are in pickup bucket. They are not eating right. The equipment got to them late. They are getting undersized and oversized shoes. So everything is bazaar. And we had almost a year to plan ahead. This was postponed though. We went to tell them, we can do it. We can give it to us. We will do it. Ambulance, cyclists are ready to go on a competition. Ambulance appears no fuel. It had to take an order from above. If our systems were running very well, we won't be in this. Play the Ntumi video for me. Play it for me.
Happened, and the police and everybody here, everybody is worried and disturbed. Ambulance service needs to be here for the race to commence, and there's no ambulance here. All right, so I want to do this video to clarify what that I'm saying. The riders have been this way for the past 15-20 minutes. There is no ambulance to begin the race, and in cycling without ambulance, the race cannot be effective. So you can just imagine all the officials are worried. These are the officials, the PCP, and all the officials who can actually make the race happen. And the police and everybody here, everybody is worried and disturbed.
Johnny's fight. This is a global embarrassment. When we spoke about fix the country, when we said fix the country, we said fix the country. We were told to fix ourselves. The athletes I spoke with yesterday, they told me that these problems have always persisted. We are only seeing them, and unfortunately for us, we are seeing them on a national, on a continental, and a global scale. The experience that the athletes who have joined us from Egypt, from South Africa, from Kenya, from Uganda, they will take the bad experience back with them. When we said fix the country, they were busy telling us to fix ourselves, and they were busy telling us to shut up. We're busy telling ourselves to shut up. Today, we have been embarrassed. When your mother dies and you claim that she's asleep, in the evening when everybody goes back to their mother, your mother will be dead. You will have no mother. That's where we find ourselves. Play the video. You have heard your colleagues, some of the athletes talk about the fact that they didn't get their equipment, their jerseys and attires are old and all of that. What do you say to those things?
Yeah, it's true. To be honest with you, me myself, I even experienced it because I had to use my old my old boots to compete, and even when they brought the things, like they give it to you a day before your competition. It is very bad.
A day before the competition was when you got your things?
Yes, especially with the boots, for instance. They took our sizes, but when I had my weightlifting boots, they gave me size 40.
And your size, what your size original is what?
38.
So you were size 38, but you were giving size 40.
Exactly.
But the team is supposed to know what size you wear. So how
they took everything, and you see the thing is, if they should have brought it earlier on, we would have been able to do something about it. But they didn't bring it early, and with weightlifting, for instance, you can't just take a boot today and say you are using it to compete. You have to use it minimum of 1 week to get familiar,
right.
Be able to get used to it.
Right.
So if you give it to me today, don't expect me to use it. I won't use it.
I'm proud of
Even
you.
with the tracksuit and stuff, they are big. They are way bigger.
That's Winfred to me. Play the sports minister's video for me. He was explaining, and in any serious country, he would have lost his job together with a local organizing committee and whatever it is. but we don't live in a serious country. And we are not being supervised by senior, serious people. I'm sorry, but I have to say it. What we have seen, having spent so much money, is a global and national and a continental embarrassment. Heads must roam. Elvis Darko, my senior colleague, says, heads must roam. I asked him, for here or for there? Where the heads go roll for? Play the minister's video for me.
Johnny's right.
We had kits purchased for all the athletes. Some of them, you give the kits to them, and they say they don't like it. They want to wear their own, they are comfortable in their own kits. That is not my problem. The most important thing is that you have given us even given your size, the sizes. It will take time. You keep on asking for sizes and everything, and it will delay. And we have timelines to order these things to come. So sometimes the challenges are not coming from the ministry or the local organizing committee. Some of them will also take it instead of giving it to the athletes, because we don't deal directly with the athletes. The athletes are managed by the federation, and that.
You see how irresponsible our leadership are. We are not taking responsibility for anything. Anything. We are not taking responsibility for anything.
Johnny's right.
And there's somebody there whispering what the person should say. Play Jerome Autry's video for me. He was on Ghana Tonight with Alfredo Kansi. The light went off yesterday. We are in a mess. Yet we think that it is PR and vibes in whatever time that will solve the problem. Play the video.
Johnny's
some
right.
of the things some of us have been consistently talking about, that sports administration.
Wow. Jerome, your lights are off?
This is what I call dumshe. Ye dumashe se ombe kasana. Dumshe. I showed you the timetable.
Right.
The data picked at 7 a.m., 2 p.m., 10 p.m., and I showed you how some of your plans are not functional. ECG is explaining. The people who had dumsor must stop. They still are alive. They have not died. There's no funeral that's been organized for them. On live TV. The lights have gone off. When we said fix the country, they were busy telling officialdom that, they can organize a counter thing to say fix yourself. No, this is where we are now. I have a final video. And before we play that final video, Hoi Ghana Education Service. The boss there, you have gone on retirement as of the 8th of March. Madam, you are still at post. ICO, Dr. Aligibam, you are supposed to be on retirement. Yesterday you had a meeting. You were questioning why you can question the minister, but you cannot be questioned. And I asked myself, when you have attained the age of 60, and the constitution says you must go home, and the rules dictate that at 60 you must go on retirement, and the government has told us that they will not give any post-contract retirement, what really are you doing there? What are you doing there in that position? What are you doing there? If after 20, 30 years of serving, you still cannot effect any change, the 2 years and 3 years that you bring embarrassment on yourself and your family, what really are you doing there? Hoi Ghana Education Service boss, municipal boss, please go home. Dr. Aligibam, ICO, please go home. I don't want to. And sometimes when I put your pictures up there, it's not because I have a personal issue with you. I'm putting your pictures up there because of some of the things that you say to the young people in their faces that nobody can do anything to you. It's actually very insulting to young people. Listen to the first Deputy Speaker of Parliament, and that's our final video. Listen to him.
Johnny's right.
First term, I was a member of the Appointments Committee. Honorable E.T. Mensah invited myself, Honorable Napo, Honorable Atachia for lunch in his house. He also said something. He says, here at the airport I live, I know the owners of all the houses around here. The politicians who own property here, I can count them on one finger. All the other properties are owned by directors, chief directors, director of this. And yet we, politicians, we accuse one another of corruption. We attack one another, and the public and civil servants click together and they laugh all the way to the bank, whilst we call one another thieves. He said, remember, in this political situation, today you are in power, tomorrow you are out of power. Let's support one another in time of need. We have failed our brother. I'm sure there are many others around us who we know who could have supported better. Let us not leave that responsibility. Nobody, like Honorable Muntaka said, nobody cares about you after here. They need you only when they have an emergency. They need you only when they want admission to an institution. They need you only when they want financial support. Once they have gotten that, you can go to hell.
Honorable Member of Parliament for Bekwai and Deputy Speaker of Parliament. If you had supervised a system that works properly, I feel your pain. But if you had supervised a system that works properly, we wouldn't need a member of parliament to get admission. We wouldn't need a member of parliament to get scholarship because the system works. The system that used to work when Dr. Kwame Nkrumah was in power and people had to come from the forgotten parts of this country to come and get scholarship to go outside of this country to go and learn. If we had maintained that system and not corrupted that system with our dirty politics, nobody would need you or your colleagues to go and intervene for them to get admission to a university. Nobody would need you to get recruitment into a security service. Nobody. But you see, you bring these things onto yourselves because when you mount the campaign platform, you tell the people things that you know in the right frame of your minds that you are not able to do. You know, if we had fixed our health system at Kolebu, at Komfanochi, at Shama, the promise that the president made to the people of Shama, he has failed to fulfill that promise. He just has a few months to go. If we fix our health system, who will pick their passport and travel out of this country? Do people come from the United States to say they are coming to seek expert medical service here? You have the experts here. You have failed to give them the right equipment and machines to be able to work and the right motivation. Nobody failed John Kumao. All of you, your ilk, you failed us. You are asking the people how they support you, they care about you. How do you care about the people? When J.B. Dankwedu was killed, bless his soul, his murderers have still not been found. Kwanzaa, my good friend, Infantiman was killed. His wife has replaced him in parliament. You people asked for police escort, and you got it. You, MP for Bekwai, you got it. For those of us who talk about the fact that we also feel insecure and we need police escort, do citizens have police people following them? And we pay those police people. We have given you car loans. You drive V8s by our mercy and our grace. You get ex-gratia by our mercy and our grace. You are members of Article 1 beneficiaries. You get our grace and mercy and our earnings. From the market woman who pays 2 CDs every morning at Mokola and Kejetia. You benefit from those ones. They call you honorable. How have you done things in the interest of the people? Kwekwajima Menu, Minister for Health, MP for Doma Central. There was a Sputnik V Chobo. The matter was brought before you at the time Speaker Bagby was not in the country. He was outside seeking medical attention. Have you taken the vote on that Sputnik V matter where the minister committed perjury in parliament? Have you taken? MP for Bekwai, have you taken that decision? Did you agree to take that decision? I was in parliament that day. You didn't take that decision. This is what you are doing to the young people of this country. Then when you finish, you come and tell young people that they are not serious, that they are not ready to lead, that they have coconut heads. You are keeping old people in power, you are keeping old people in authority. You are keeping retirees at post. Dr. Aligibam, his salary stopped coming, I think, in December or so, from the Controller and Accountant General. He's still at post. Is he enjoying from internally generated funds? Because the cropping season is now yielding plenty money. The money is coming wah, so he's enjoying. So that's why he doesn't want to go away. These are the real issues we wanted to talk about. Not to be always inward looking and selfish in your thinking. The people who voted for you, who queued for you, also deserve better. The people who queue in the sun, in the rain to vote for you, risk their lives to campaign for you, they also deserve better. If you fix our Kolebu, nobody will travel outside. We all go paint some. Have a good morning.